Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Tech and Talk. So this will be our 17th exercise. Uh, so we already have talked about a lot of concepts here. Why not let's today talk about SQL Server, how to connect to a SQL Server database. So let me quickly add a console application and then we will try to connect to the SQL Server. Again, same technique we will use, 17th lecture, and we have to connect to SQL Server, right? And let's quickly add a console application. Console app next, and 17th connect to SQL Server, right? And in the physical directory we need to add a folder as well. Connect to SQL Server. Okay, next, and we will be using .NET 7. Let's create. All right, clean and simple. Let's quickly add a string connection string, and we will be using data source is equal to that will be the name of my SQL Server instance, and next one will be database name. So that will be database. Let's say database is connect to SQL, right? And let me create the name of database with the same name. So I will be utilize. I will be creating a. Let me double check. Do I have the SQL Server installed or not? SQL Server and Studio. I don't think so. I have one, but I can confirm. Okay, let me just double check if I have SQL Server or not. Localhost, Windows authentication. Yeah, I have one running somewhere. Let me double check where it is. Double check, I have to go to the services, and in the services I will check for SQL Server. You can see it's there and it's running, right? And agent is available as well, but SQL Server is running, which is good. Okay, so let me name it. I think I have one already here, right? So and if I go to the connection information, it's localhost, right? So that's fine. And let's say we have one here which is product DB, and we have the, let's say we have one here, and customer, a lot of customers are here, right? Okay, so why not let's create another one. Let me create a new database, and the name of the database will be what I said previously, connect to SQL. So let me add connect to SQL, and it will be owned by SA. I don't think so that really matters. and let's refresh and connect to SQL. We have the database there, and we need to add a table here. Okay, let's say first column is ID, and second, and then type it is int, and second column is name, which is in varchar. Let's say its length is 25. Okay, and let's save it, and its name would be users. By the way, this is not a SQL server client, this is Navigate. Navigate is a very handy client application. We can connect, all different types of databases through this application, but basically the database is getting created on SQL server. Okay, we have saved it, and we need to refresh, and after that, okay, let me quickly add few user here. But we have two users now, and let's quickly connect to that particular database. So database source is localhost, and we need to do a couple of things. First of all, SQL connection is equal to new SQL connection, like this way, and we need to install a NuGet for that one. I'm looking for the option. Yeah, I got it now. So I have to install system.sql client from NuGet. So once it's installed, I just need to put few other lines, and it will be connected, and we will be able to retrieve data from SQL server. And again, we will be following the same approach. All the code will be pushed on the same repo, and you can have it anytime, or you can visit it whenever you want. All right, it's taking some time, and meanwhile what we can do is sql command new sql command, and inside this command method we will be using select static from users, and second param will be the connection object, and at that point we need to open the connection this way, and finally we have to execute that query. So for that one we need to execute reader this way, and this reader will return us okay, I think SQL data reader, I guess so, and we need to loop through that reader object, and best would be reader.read function inside while, and we need to console.reader.getString 0 will return us the first column, and we know that the name is on second index, basically the first index, so we have to pass one here, and here let's say we print that program ends here. All right, clean and simple. One more thing, we haven't passed the connection string inside the SQL connection object. This was the first thing, and the other thing is we need to dispose this connection once we done with the operation. The best way is to use using keyword in front of that, object, and same will go for our reader object as well, right? So let me quickly add few comments to just to show what is happening in this code. This is setting connection string to access SQL Server database, creating connection object, creating command object to fetch users from users database table, right? And at that very moment we need to open that connection. Don't think so, that is self-explanatory, statement. Preparing reader to loop through the table and getting each row one by one, and we are printing the user name here. All right, let's press Ctrl F5 to see the output. One thing we forgot to make that project as startup project, and now let's try it again. Okay, we have got a strange error. Login failed for user, so the connection expecting the name of the user from us, which is not good, because the type of authentication here was Windows authentication. I don't think so that should be an issue. Okay. What could be the other possibilities? Let me think about it. Okay, how I can do that? Let me quickly find some is data source localhost database is SQL Server. Maybe if I can check with integrated security this way. Okay, now I got one, right? So what is integrated security? I will explain that bit separately. So just by putting that argument, I can now access to Usman and Salman two names of two users from a database. So that was all from this video. That is a very basic one, how to connect to SQL server and create a database with a simple table and access it from our code, right? So in next video I will explain few more bits, and we'll be digging bit more in detail, and we'll try to cover other parts of the operation. That was all from this video. Have a great day. In case of any confusion or query, do ask in the comments, and stay tuned. Bye bye.